Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. I've got a bit of a smile on my face today, and it's because these claims that have come out about this one player, right? I don't get where it's come from, and I don't understand where it's come from either. Why? Because if people that are making these claims about Timo Werner, who we're going to discuss, had watched Chelsea this season, well, they wouldn't be saying what they're saying. That's just the reality of the situation, and I am going to explain why that is the case. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, I know some of you have been waiting to hear that one. Let's get into the nitty-gritty. Actually, before we do, hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. And once again, if you are not following me on Twitch, what is wrong? Are you living in a cave? Like, honestly, follow, because yesterday's stream was without question, I think, my best stream. It was brilliant. He's missed! Oh my god! Yes! Games where you'd think Chelsea would normally have it easy, but trust me, I am beginning to think maybe FIFA 21 is scripted and there is an engine behind there that is determining certain results, because I'm seeing too much of a correlation between real life and FIFA at the moment. Every time we play well in real life, FIFA becomes a piece of cake. Every time we're conceding goals and we're drawing and we're, very high scores, the same thing seems to happen on FIFA. I don't understand what's going on, but yesterday's stream was just hilarious. The struggles were there, but we clawed out some results in the dire minutes of each game. I mean, it's a must-watch. If you haven't already, link is in the description. Go ahead there and see if you can play back and give me a follow. So then when I do go live and give you guys a stream, you will be notified and you will know about it. So, yes, let's get into the nitty-gritty today about Timo Werner. Now, quick one, just before we do get into that, there was a little rumour today about Paul Pogba, and I just want to dismiss that straight away, because apparently Paul Pogba had retired from the French national team due to comments made by the French president Emmanuel Macron regarding Islam as a religion and the Muslim world, and it's caused chaos, basically. I'm not going to get into the details here. We are not a political channel, we are a football channel, but frankly, what is going on over there is an utter farce. It's chaos, and it's mad. But, there was a rumour that came out from The Sun where Pogba had apparently retired from international football as a protest against Emmanuel Macron. And as much as I personally would have respected that, and many others had already come on and say they would have respected that, Paul Pogba came on his Instagram and clarified it with a big picture of the article, and in the middle he put fake news on it. So it's not true. He's dismissed it, and apparently he's taken legal action against The Sun. So that's going to be very interesting. Pogba versus The Sun. Who's going to come out on top on that one? I have no idea. But anyway, Timo Werner. Timo Werner has been subject to some criticism. So N'Golo Kante was the subject of criticism amongst the Chelsea fan base recently. Understandable. And I've done a video on that and I explained my angle and my take on it. But outside of the Chelsea community, there have been people talking about Timo Werner, going, oh, he's a bit of a flop. How many games has he played now? He's only scored twice. What's going on? He's not worth the 53 million that they paid. He's struggling. Maybe he's not that good. Maybe he can't score goals. Maybe he's not the revelation that Chelsea fans think he's going to be. But where has this come from? Honestly, where has it come from? Personally, look, when you look at history and you look at whenever... let's say pundits and, fans of other teams all of a sudden in the mainstream media all of a sudden start criticizing without a base or without a foundation, that tells me that they're intimidated and they're scared. More times than not, they're scared. They try to paint a bad picture and a bad image to try and get the confidence down and to create some turmoil amongst the camp. Now, that's happened in the past to Chelsea multiple times. We're not new to it. We know what's going on. This is why I'm not fazed. But Frank Lampard spoke about this. But he was asked about Timo Werner and he spoke about this. And he said this: I'm very happy with Timo. Chelsea boss Frank Lampard insists he has no worries about £53 million striker despite his struggles in front of goal after another blank at Old Trafford. Again, this is a dodgy headline, a very dodgy headline. Despite his struggles in front of goal after another blank at Old Trafford. This is not Timo Werner struggling. When you look at it in context and what's actually going on here. Timo Werner has played pretty much most of the games of Chelsea's season so far. But you have to understand, he's only been playing as a number 9 in his preferred position since our 3-3 draw against Southampton. And that was the last game we scored goals in. And guess who scored? Twice. Timo Werner. I don't get the struggle. After that, we drew against Sevilla. We were set up defensively. Then we drew against Man United 0-0. We were set up defensively. We weren't playing an attacking way of football. We weren't playing offensive. We weren't throwing, the kitchen sink at each opposition and getting the ball to Timo Werner and supporting him, and he's got players around him he can link up with. No, many times in those 2 games against Sevilla and United, he was isolated. The ball wasn't getting to him much. It got to him on a couple of occasions. He's not going to score every single time he touches the ball. Let's be a bit realistic. It's a bit ridiculous to think if that's the case. Every time he received the ball, he done what he could, and he's looked a lot better than our strikers in the past, or our number 9s in the past, I think we can admit. So I don't understand. Prior to the game against Southampton, he was playing on the left-hand side, where he's not normally used to. Why? Because Tammy Abraham was being accounted up top. Why? Because Pulisic and Ziyech were both missing. We didn't have any flipping wingers. Tammy Abraham can't play on the wing. Timo Werner has some experience of playing on the side when he was at Leipzig. The same goes for Kai Havertz when he first came. He wasn't playing in the number 10 role. We had injuries. He was stuck on the right-hand side because he's done it for Leverkusen in the past. But you can't stick Tammy Abraham there, can you? He doesn't play on the wing. He's not a winger. He's an in-and-out striker. So the moment that we managed to get Pulisic back into the fold, the moment we started to get Ziyech back into the fold, Timo Werner... Well, Tammy Abraham made way to the bench. Timo Werner, here you go, up front. There you are. His first game up front, he bangs in 2. Where's the struggle? I don't see no struggle in that. I don't understand. And then the 2 games afterwards, which I've already said, we set up defensively. And here we are today. So all of a sudden, people's concerns, he's struggling. He's not going to score goals. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's a terrible striker. Completely unfounded, and I completely support Frank Lampard on his comments here, where he was saying that he's very happy with Timo Werner and his development so far. Frank Lampard goes on to say this: if you go back to the game before, he scored 2 goals, and Kai Havertz scores a goal. I am least worried about the front end of the pitch of the players that we have there. It is normal that it will take time for relationships, for when we have got to put the ball in behind, the ball into feet. Clearly, these things are going to take time to build. The reason we brought Timo and Kai into the club is to add to the quality we already have here. Hakim Ziyech is looking like he's getting close to starting a game with his fitness. I have no worries about that. The last bit didn't happen for us against United. It's normal, that happens in football, but I'm very happy with the players. There you are. It's clear as day. There's nothing to be concerned about in relation to Timo Werner. Kai Havertz, to an extent, physically. You can tell at times he looks a bit shattered and he looks a bit tired, and he's admitted that at the beginning. He did say the first question he was asked, how you find it in the Premier League, he said, it's flipping hard. I mean, he didn't say it like that. He didn't say flipping, but you get what I mean. That's the gist. He found it difficult. He said it's a lot harder than it is in the Bundesliga, that's for sure. That's going to take time to adjust to, but he's played well. He's had some good games. He's already got on the score sheet, and the same goes for Timo Werner. Now we move on forward, we look at Krasnodar. Personally, I don't think Timo Werner's going to play that one. We got Burnley on the weekend. I think he's going to play that one. And then we can start analysing. Let's try and see over the next few games whether Timo Werner is going to bang in the goals. And then maybe in 5-10 games, we can come back to this subject and see if he's banged in maybe 20 goals, or if he's banged in, 1? Maybe. We'll see. We'll analyse it and we'll get into it when that time comes. But for now, to try and just dismiss him out completely and say, he's useless, he's not going to do anything, he's struggling, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I don't understand where these claims have come from. I don't. It's frankly, it's a little bit embarrassing. Because it's not that hard. If you're going to talk about a subject and you're going to talk about someone, you need to make sure that you have what it takes to back up what you're saying. You know, you need to be able to look into the games, look into the team, look into the matches, look into the tactics, look into the setup before you start making claims like that. Only once you are sure. If this was 20 games in and he scored twice, okay, and he's playing as a number 9, then yes, he is flipping struggling. Just like our past strikers were struggling. You don't think we didn't realise with Morata? We didn't realise with someone like Torres, even though Torres is completely forgiven. Thank you for that Barcelona goal, Fernando. You are a legend. But apart from that, you know, there are strikers that have come and we've seen struggle, and we know they're struggling. Timo, definitely not. Give him the time and you guys will see. But there we are. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I would love to hear what you guys have to say on this one, because it's a really weird one. And frankly, I think it's to just add a little bit of pressure to Chelsea from the outside. It's been done in the past. We know what it's like. We've gone through it before. We've dealt with it easily. It's not a problem. They want to add more pressure? Feel free. Feel free. Come with your best shot. We don't care. We're ready. You know, we have experience in this. It's fine. Give it to us and we'll see how we get along. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you are new. Hit the notification bell to be notified once I have uploaded. Follow me on Twitch again if you aren't already. I appreciate it so much. And I will see all of you tomorrow for the match preview. Champions League, Krasnodar versus Chelsea. Who are Krasnodar? What are we going to do against them? Are they good? We'll get into it tomorrow. I'll see all of you then. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one. Look after yourselves. Take care and peace.